Okay, we're going to be going over your home rehab if you have a negative curve and if you have ligament damage. Okay, so this is where we're going to be using the wedge right here, and you'll see that wedge right down there. Okay, if you are designed the wedge, let me explain the wedge. The wedge is going to be used in bed. You could just put that wedge on your bed, and then you're going to be doing that 10 minutes in the morning and preferably 10 minutes at night. You want to do that 20 minutes per night. So the first thing you're going to do is I'm going to show you how to lay on it first. So there's Dr. Greg right there. I'm going to come around, I'm going to show you. So Dr. Greg just turns sideways a little bit. So what you want to do is, how you lay on it, you see there's a ridge where it comes off. How do you know where you're there? You're going to find, bend your head down. Now when you bend your head down, you're going to feel the T1 or C7 spinous process that sticks out. And you feel it's that bump. When you find that bump, you take that bump and you go 3 fingers down from that. 3 fingers. So then come on up. That's the 3 fingers down. So you could just feel that with yourself so you know what's going on. So just feel the bump. Here, bend your head. Feel the bump. Now move 3 fingers down so you know exactly where it is. Good. Right here. And now you're going to lay back over this wedge and scoot down. Good. Right there. Then hang your head back. Okay? I'm going to come around and show you here. And then there we go. Okay, now his head's in a perfect position for hanging it over. Okay, then in the beginning, you're going to start doing that as long as you can. 3 minutes, 5 minutes. You want to work to at least 10 minutes, just like that in bed twice per day. We have to do this to restore the ligament instability and or ligament damage. If we do not do that, it's just going to take a very, very long time at 3 times a week, and we want you to get the best results possible, because this is not about correcting the picture, it's about restoring optimal health from your brain to the rest of your body. And you know that's just causing heart disease and all types of other problems and a myriad of health problems if that curve is not there. So that's the way you'll start. Then as you could pull off, when you could do 10 minutes twice a day, then you could see there's a little bungee cord band. It's fluorescent, and you can mark that off, and you're going to actually use that as resistance, just like you do in the office. So Dr. Greg, if you can, just show him how to use that. Now with the resistance, you just pull this up and place it right above your eyes, right on your forehead, and that's going to give you added resistance. Okay, very nice there. And that could be, you tighten that thing up as much as you want, but again, so when you tighten it up, you may only want to be able to go 4 or 5 minutes. And how long do you do this for? Well, if in 5 minutes you're starting to feel, I want you, it's not going to be comfortable, you want to be pleasantly uncomfortable. If you're feeling pain or anything like this, then you need to back it down. But you see, as you get better and better, you could start, there's an adjustable way, you can see how you adjust the bungee cord there, that you could just make it more resistance over time. So you want to do that to where you're having a good amount of resistance for 10 minutes a day, twice a day, until I'm seeing correction of the ligaments and the spine. Listen, your end result, you eventually, when we have this corrected as much as possible, you'll be doing this or the head weights 2 to 3 times a week. Our goal is for you to not have to do this all the time, because once your ligament gets strong, then we can turn you over to the head weights, which is a lot easier and probably even more comfortable. Now let's say you're doing the wedge just like Dr. Greg is doing, and it gets very uncomfortable. So now Dr. Greg, show him what you do. You just bail out the resistance and finish your timing just like that. Okay, because you're going to have some good days where 10 minutes is easy, some are not. So again, you want to do this first thing in the morning. So have this next to your bed. Wake up a little bit earlier. Place that underneath you. You cannot get any easier than this. And this is absolutely crucial. And remember, correcting the curve of the neck basically determines how the rest of the body is going to correct, because that neck is the most important area that we need to get corrected for the entire body. So again, in the beginning, you'll be doing this 10 minutes up to twice a day, 7 days a week. You can do this just like brushing your teeth. And then eventually later on, we'll get it down to 3 times a week, and or switch you to the head weights, which again, you could sit on the computer, watch TV. It's a lot easier than that. Our goal here is to correct that dangerous ligament stability, and or the most dangerous thing we see is the negative curve, where we never see anybody 50 and over with a negative curve. Okay, and that's not going to be you, and your life's going to change, and this is what it's going to take to do that. And I know you'll be able to do it. So if there's any questions, you always let me know. If you feel any numbness and tingliness in your hands, here, just wiggle your hands, Dr. Greg. If you feel that, just change the position of your arms. So you could do it that way, or cross your arms over your chest, or just kind of reposition yourself on the wedge a little bit. Good, right there. So again, you want to find, thanks, Dr. Greg, just sit on up for me. So again, you want to find the T1 vertebrae. Turn around for a second. T1, it's that bump when you bend over, it's that bump, and then you're going to go 3 fingers down, and then you're going to lay back right over the wedge, right there. And that's how you know you're there. If your head's hitting the back of the wedge, then you just got to scoot up a little bit more so it's not, there you go, so it's not hitting the back of the wedge. And just doing this daily is going to make a dramatic, which a huge increase. You're going to breathe better, you have more oxygen, a lot more energy for healing and function and metabolism. Forget the metabolism benefits you'll have, and this is just going to be great. And you're going to notice a huge difference, and that's why we have that for you. It's only the best for you. All right, any questions, just let me know. God bless.